Hey, hello, Booker Nation. Hope you're out there. Hope the wind is out there and ready to go. Hello, Jersey, Andrews, Texas, Montana. Hello to Tennessee. See, I knew the volunteer state was Tennessee. Man, my eyes look terrible. The wind is really blowing out there. It's howling. 93 degrees. Let's check on that because that's what it was earlier. I may look a little hot. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at the weather real quick. Hello from Missouri. Landistan is in the house. We got everybody here. Y'all come on in here. We got stuff to talk about. Oh, this thing is lying. It says 90. Maybe it cooled off with this breeze blowing through here. Hey, glad you guys could be here. It has been a heck of a day. I have been chasing pigs constantly. I got some stuff done today that was very worthwhile. I got stung by a scorpion again. So it's 2 scorpions and a bee in like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Maybe it's a comment on my character. That's what I used to tell people all the time. They say, "Oh, I stubbed my toe." Perhaps it's a comment on your character. A comment on my character that I'm getting stung by bees all the time. All right, we got Ackley, Ohio in here. Been there. We got another Andrews, Texas. Y'all say hi. Smash the like button. Tell me where you are. Ohio's here. How's my bite? It's not bad. It's swollen. You can see right here. I was grabbing a box. Pigs ate all the food. They not only ate all their food, they helped themselves. They released themselves on their own recognizance, and then they ate all the chicken food. So I'm going through our old storage food, and I'm using it to feed the animals. Right? I mean, there's plenty to eat. They're all free ranging. The pigs got 10. Hello, Brooklyn. But I like to keep them a little fat, try to keep them happy. And so I'm going through some boxes of stuff in the barn. Just reached down and grabbed a cardboard box. By the way, scorpions in this part of Texas look exactly like box. Same color, everything. So, and I am so tired. If you can't tell, I laid down to take a 20-minute nap at 6 o'clock, and my phone was going bing, 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 and I thought I'll turn my phone off, but then that's my alarm and everything, and so here I am. I'm going to bed as soon as this is over. You know that by the time I get here, I've been awake since 3:30 working. 17,900 steps so far, and I got about 3,000 more to go before I sleep. So I'm glad everybody could make it. The off-grid lockdown challenge is going well. Lord is blessing me, even though sometimes those blessings are challenges. That's why we put the word challenge in the title. Glad everybody could be here. Glad you guys are able to set aside this time. So I'm just I'm anxious to get some things done. I keep getting roadblocked. So today the roadblock and the roadblocks are being removed. So today the roadblock was all my SD cards were full. My laptop hard drive is full. And the internet is so slow that it takes literally hours for anything to move. So I had 5 SD cards that were full. And every time I tried to put them on the computer to empty out the SD card, the computer said, "I'm sorry, we're full." I've got a one of those cloud things. Hello from down the road. I got a couple of those cloud things, so I started putting stuff on the cloud. Well, that takes forever because the internet is all blocked up. My upload is still 4.4 megabytes per second, and so that's really really slow when I'm used to about 18 or 19. I finally got a bunch of stuff moved and got a couple of SD cards cleared off. I don't know if Scott and PJ are here, but I went and checked the mail and I got SD card from Scott and PJ, 60, I think it's 64 megabytes. So thank you, Scott and PJ. And they're from Texas. Very, very thankful. If you're watching this later, thanks to you. I know some other people have told me they've bought some SD cards and from the Amazon wish list, which is linked below, and those are coming in. So we're getting the roadblocks removed. It's just always something. Today was one of those days where I was like, of course I got stung by a scorpion. Why wouldn't I? Why would I not? It's a challenge, right? It has to be challenging. Ohio, another Ohio. Good to see you, Heidi. Thank you. Thank the children so much for the pictures. They were very, very, very helpful, and I loved them. And I showed them on the video, and they're going to be hung up. And I really, really appreciate all of the children drawing me paintings. Been getting a little bit of mail that was really, really good. Got some mail from my friend Terry on here, and I got the SD card from Scott and PJ. Hello, Miami. Gardening, homeschooling kids. All right, and Zoom. All right, so here's the thing. I put a deal on the Bunker Nation site today, and that Bunker Nation site is going to become a hub of non-political intelligence. It already is, because it's the Bunker Nation. Intelligence is in the title. But it's going to be a place where we can go where we don't have to listen to all the slanted garbage from both sides, where everything has to pass through their filter. I just want to know what's going on. I don't really care what you think the reasons for things are, and I really don't you think is going on in the world. If I say, hey, how's the meat situation out there? What's it looking like in the grocery store? We just need to know, is this a regional issue? Is it a real issue? Are people really having problems? And so that's what I'm doing. Hey, Daniel, up in Michigan. War Dog Heim is here from Montana. So that's what we need. We just need information. That's what news is supposed to be, by the way. It's supposed to be just the information. And so what's happened is you cannot get news anymore because every bit of news is filtered through somebody's political ideology. And so I can have my own political ideology. I just want to know what's happening, and then I can filter it through that, right? So we did a great job today. I put a post up and just said, hey, what's the meat situation in the grocery stores where you're going? What does it look like? And everybody was able to report the dog is having dreams. The dog just yiped in his dream. And so, and it's hot. So people were able to say, hey, went to the grocery store today. They're all stocked at the grocery store today. No meat whatsoever. So that some places are doing real well with meat and some places aren't. And I think there's a few phenomena at play here, and I want to examine all. First of all, I want to talk about the phenomena of the people, and there weren't any of them in the Bunker Nation because these are intelligent, reasonable people. But in other places that I've seen, where if somebody goes, let's just say I'm going to make the word goes out, there's Play-Doh hoarding. Nobody got Play-Doh. The Play-Doh's gone. There's no Play-Doh on the shelves. And people are talking about it, and there's reports coming in, and people are like, hey, at our store, there was no Play-Doh. I hadn't been Play-Doh in 2 weeks. And then somebody gets on there and says, well, I went to the store today, and they were stocked full of Play-Doh. And then they go, well, I just don't think it's a problem. I think this is all blown out of proportion. I think people are making it up. They're trying to cause and all this. You see, what happened is they completely dismissed the fact that other people are having a real experience. And because things are okay for them, must not be a problem. So how many of you went into the store today or this week and there was meat in there and you said, must not be a problem? And I explained this the other night. What happens when there is a problem? When there is a problem, the meat suppliers dump as much of the meat as they can, as fast as they can. And there's a whole lot of it. There's a glut of it. That's right before the prices skyrocket because there's none of it. But what we learned from today, meat shortage could be a self-fulfilling prophecy, but if the underlying methodology or the underlying assumptions of shortage are true, then it's not a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's just real. I would call it a self-fulfilling prophecy if there was no shortage at all. Not going to be a shortage. Nobody was killing meat or selling them off or whatever. And then somebody said there was a shortage and then that caused it. That would be something. It seems to me like there are people out there who are saying we're going to have a real problem. So when you have like the guy, the head of Tyson Foods is saying, listen, the supply chain is broken. We go back to the standard. You don't know, and I don't know, but it seems like it could be something, which is why I just asked the question. What we've done here is we've devolved into the issue of, is it real or not? And it doesn't matter if it's real. The thing is not the thing. The thing is, I wanted to know, are there people out there that are finding shortages of meat? And there are. There were a legitimate number of people who said that either their store was really slow, they didn't have any, or they talked to the meat person and they said, yeah, we have concerns about this going forward. Quite a few other people said no problem, their stores were full. And that causes that kind of that normalcy bias to kick in and go, oh, well, if their stores are full now, then everything's going to be fine, like it was 3 days before the toilet paper run. I don't really want to talk about meat, but I want to talk about meat as a kind of a metaphor for, or a jumping off point. Yeah, the internet is bad, and there are people that go, I don't have a problem, or people that are like on a co-op or something, and they're not having. I'm having huge problems. I'm gonna check it right here while you guys are watching. Let me just see what it says, because I had some pretty rocket fast, and I know there are people out there with 60 megs down and up, or 110 or something like that. We're doing well out here in the country to be looking at 18 up and 20 down. So it's taking forever even to connect right here. So we'll see what it does. Oh, it's up a little bit. Downloads 11.10 and a half to 12. Let me see what the down is. That's a little bit higher. It's around 9 download and about 4 upload. Yeah, 4.5, 5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. Yep. So that's where we are. Miami-Dade slow. Hi there. Nice to see you, Nancy. So the meatuation is this, and that is, we are an untraveled territory as far as our food situation. And the meat situation is completely different than toilet paper or baby wipes or diapers or anything else, because meat is so fundamental to the both the American diet, but it's also fundamental to our ability to survive at any sort of real intellectual or mental level. And I know there's people out there that are vegans and vegetarians. Welcome to my show. Glad you could be here. If I go on your show, I'm gonna listen to what you have to say and form my own opinions. But what I have to say is, if you watch or participate in any real survival situation, not things can be art. If you're making artificial out of vegetable products, that tells me that your body's craving a hamburger. Or else why would you don't see anybody making carrots out of meat? And so I'm just saying, in a real survival situation, the absence of some form of protein and fat is usually the end of your survival experience. So if you're in a competition or a challenge, you're out. You're going to be medicaled out, or you're going to get sloppy and mentally sloppy and start dreaming about home or whatever and quit. Okay, Devin, you're just going to have to save some of those questions for like a private email or something like that. I understand what you're asking. That's not what this is. I deal with spiritual things all the time, but we're talking about meat and philosophy right now. And so I just didn't want to skip a question. But hello, everybody. Hello, Kentucky's here. So the whole point is that meat is it's not only primary to our intellectual functioning. We can live fine without it. And what I mean by fine is we can live. Um, the children in the no problem, Devin. It's not a big problem. Just sometimes you're on your own show and I'm doing a different show over here. um, the children in the lion's den were able to eat, and when they got called, they were told they to worship according to the false gods. They refused, and then they ate their vegetable broth and all that kind of stuff. God can cause anything to be nutritious to us if He wants to, but He's given us meat, and He's given us meat to eat, and it is fundamental to your your ability to survive and to survive well. And so I think it goes way beyond toilet paper or baby wipes or whatever else. And the other thing is that if on the other side of the equation you were going to start a system of panic, causing people to enter into a low protein situation when they're not used to it, would be a ideal way to do that. I'm not saying anybody doing this on purpose. I'm saying if you were going to do it, that would certainly be the way to do it. There are programs that they teach people in intelligence circles to bring some of a state of mind. So if they're going to recruit someone to work for them, so like if you were American and you were living in Russia in the 1980s and you were going to recruit a Russian to work for you, or if you were, say, you were in America and you were in counterintel and you wanted to recruit a Russian diplomat to go back to Russia and spy for you. One of the things they do to prepare those people to be approached is they ramp up their anxiety and they ramp up their fear and they ramp up their irritation. Yeah, exactly. No protein. No, that's exactly what the Khmer Rouge did in Cambodia. Historically, it's happened a lot. And so, here's the thing, what they would do is they would they would have a bevy of agents working, and you bump into the guy on the street, follow him in your car so that he knows he's being followed, bump his bumper, key his car when he's in the store. You're just doing little micro aggressions to cause the person to become more and more anxious, more and more irritated, get them stung by a scorpion, something like that. But there are a lot of those things they would do. They would actually have people pick your pocket. They would have people get you fired from your job, or they would have people do something that would make you start to be nervous that you're being watched, that somebody's coming after you, to cause paranoia to rise. The same thing happens in a situation where somebody is eating either a normal American diet or a high protein diet, and they have to go off of protein, like the Khmer Rouge did in Cambodia. You do things like that, slow down the internet, make things difficult to find and buy. There are these things that happen that cause the irritation level to go up, especially for a company or a country of people that have a high level of affluence and laziness and kind of an irregular relationship with the normalcy of real life for everyone else. Okay. My whole point is that the meat thing is just a sign. It's not that's a conspiracy theory. I'm not saying anybody's doing that. I'm saying those things are happening. Then what is happening in society? One of two things. You have people who it is happening to, who've lost their jobs, who can't find other work, who got a step check, but it's not going to last very long. And now they go to the store and there's no meat there. and you have this high level of anxiety and high level of pain and suffering and these things. And you have other people who are wealthy, who have not had to worry about losing their job, or who are already had enough money put away, who go to their specialty stores and there's plenty of stuff there, or they've got Butcher Box delivering meat every week. And those people are the stay the hell home people who are looking down on everybody else, and they get mad because there's no toilet paper. And now they're going to be, here's a prediction. Same people who were mad because they couldn't get toilet paper, even though they had all the warning everybody else did, and they were talking crap and making fun of everybody. Those same people, when they can't get some meat, are going to be screaming, and they're going to be asking for the government to do something, and they're going to ask for the government to prosecute hoarders, and they're going to be asking for the stores not to sell meat to other people. Meanwhile, they're calling the butcher, or they're calling the store manager and trying to get back dock deals. That's what's really happening. And so my point, though, is that we had an opportunity here in the Bunker Nation. We've had an opportunity on now. How long has it been? 6 weeks, where we've been talking about this stuff, and we've been talking about the ways to think and how to think about things. And yes, my reliance is in God always, but He gave me a mind to think about things and to interpret the signs and the times. Sit there and say, okay, hey guys, this is a really, really important issue. You guys should be taking care. And there are still places where you can get meat. Yeah, Plain Jan, my opinion of the unpreparedness people is that they are arrogant, they are affluent, they are completely pedantic, they are proud, they are absolutely and completely morally corrupt. They will treat you badly when they don't think anything's going to happen because they think you're crazy. They will talk bad about you. They will treat you poorly to other people and talk, like I say, talk down about you. Then when things go bad, they'll blame you. When what you say happens, they'll blame you, and then they'll go to the government or they'll go to the stores and they'll try to finagle a deal for themselves and to get you in the way that it happens. When you see somebody online and they're typing on their computer and they're like, I don't know why these people are going and buying toilet paper. If they would only get what they need, then all of a sudden we would all have plenty. And then a week later, they're like, I went to the store and I couldn't get diapers, and my daughter's in her third trimester. What are we going to do about diapers, these stupid hoarder people? And then the next time they're like, hey, when are you going to stop these people? And they had every opportunity to act, and all they did was attack other people, make fun of them. And let me tell you, I've had this in my own life, as you can probably tell. I've been at family reunions, people were chirping. They have a little smirk on their face and like, oh yeah, it's just tinfoil hat. I've been, and I'm not talking about my family in particular. Hello, Danielle. Preparedness is not only, you're right, it's part of being wise, it's commanded in the scriptures. It's commanded. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. It's like, and so we have history. We know what happened with the Khmer Rouge, and Sean Tuin and I wrote a book about that that's going to be coming out very soon. I'm steeped in it. The literature of the Russian Revolution, the literature of what happened in Germany, what happened in Europe, what happened in Algeria, what happened in Cambodia, what happened in Zimbabwe, what happened in South and Central America. We're in this little bubble of America where everybody thinks, oh, well, it's not going to happen to me. I've got my 401k. They're sweeping. Do you think this state of things right now might get folks thinking of living more locally? I hope so. Supporting small businesses and services. You would think so that they would do that. That's what we try to do. We really try hard to keep the local. We go to the local hardware store. We go to the local grocery. We go to the local, parts store and all this kind of stuff. And I really, really hope that they make it. But a lot of times they're not doing themselves any favors either. One of the worst things a lot of small stores, mom and pops, did is they tried to compete with Walmart on price. There's things you can compete on any product. You can compete on price, you can compete on quality, or you can compete on service. That's it. And when you're not going on price, you had better win on the other two, quality and service. If every store, every mom and pop store, when it got started, when Walmart got started, when all those things started happening, Home Depot, you have to educate your customer, and they should have signs that say, we are not going to compete with Walmart, we're not going to match coupon. What we're going to do is we're going to have better products, and we're going to have the best service in the world. What a lot of them did was the exact opposite of what they should have done. The hardware stores, who used to go pick out all your stuff, you just gave them a list of what you wanted. They went and picked it all. They got the best stuff, and they loaded it in your car for you. Can't afford to do that anymore. We got to compete with Walmart. Our price is low. Why were you competing with Walmart? You can't compete with Walmart. But see, that's the thing. When we're dealing with the non-preparedness attitude, you would hope that going through, I said this maybe a month and a half ago, I would love for people to come to me and go, you were right. You were right. But they're not going to do that. I was the black sheep. I was the everybody made fun of. Fine with that. Because I always knew I was right and been right a lot of times. It's not like a lot of stuff hadn't happened. I was right. I was touring America before Y2K started every talk by going, I don't care. Thank you for the super chat, Terry. Let's get that thing started. I got a story to tell y'all. I was right Y2K because I said I didn't care about it. I didn't know anything about it. I wasn't a computer technician, but here's what I know. If it could be prepared. And here's what happened. My wife and I had quit our jobs, and I was starting in the ministry, and we went about 3 years after that job. But all these people who had enough just for Y2K stored food, like expensive stuff. And we lived on that. And guess what I did today? Guess what I did? It's in the video on when this day comes out. I went down in the root cellar, and we've got a case, and we got a bunch in the barn case of number 10 cans full of hard red winter wheat from pre-Y2K, 20-year-old wheat. And I got to use it to feed my chickens and the pigs because the pigs broke out and ate all. But it's perfectly good. It was properly, and it had oxygen absorbers and moisture absorbers and all that. I'm going to make some bread loaves out of 20-year-old wheat while I'm on this challenge. Catch up a little bit here. Oh, and by the way, thank you for the super chat. We really need you guys, if you can, do the super chat. Danielle's on here. She had a car breakdown in Dallas today, and they had to have it towed, and it's $540-some. $500. We had just got the radiator replaced. Just paid to get it replaced. It was faulty. So that happened today. Yes, Sean says, I knew you were right when I contacted you 8 years ago. That's right. I was right about Y2K. I was right about 9/11. Been right about a half a dozen or a dozen since then, and I was right about this. It's almost like I'm a time traveler. All right. Terry, Dana, that was yesterday, right? Tried one today. Yeah, a sign of a developed personality, a sign of a healthy ego is also the willingness to learn from people you disagree with, which is almost impossible to find today. Hey, all of you out there, would you go smash the like button right now? And everybody that's watching this in the future, I'm a time traveler. If you would hit the like button, that would be fantastic. So, anyways, car broke down. Danielle was on the side of the road while I was having problems, and I was chasing pigs, and it was hot, and everything was breaking, and they busted through a fence and totally destroyed the fence. Then I get a message. He says, "I'm standing on the side of the road in Dallas area. The car broke down." Do they give you everything from the super chat? Yeah, I think it's they take a small little bit. Facebook Messenger works just as well. You don't have any fees. It's 100% comes to me. So, hey, everybody. So what's happening? And like I said, the other thing I wanted to tell you, and this is important. This is important for you to understand. The Black Bunker Nation t-shirts. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Nancy, for the super chats. The Black Bunker Nation t-shirts are a limited edition, which means they're going away. Available. Thank you, Sean. The last day, and we've already had 30 orders, and there's only 50. Thank you, Dana. And so there's 20 left, and they're going to be a limited edition. If you know holiday presents or whatever it is you people do, now's the time. Just get them and put them in the closet, because we'll come out with some. That's going to be a limited edition T-shirt. And so we're not doing this like all these other YouTubers do it, where you just sign up with Teespring or something like that, and then they take the orders and they fulfill the orders. This is actually a real guy who I know making these shirts himself, packing them up and shipping them out. So he's not just buying these bulk cheap t-shirts that are going to be in the t-shirt bundle. These are nice quality t-shirts. So anyways, how you get the Black Bunker Nation t-shirt is you go down here in the description. If you're watching this and there might be some still available, there's a link and it just says black t-shirt right now, and you click on that and you go get the black t-shirt. All right, thank you all for the super chats. It's so nice of you, and you guys, appreciate you guys doing that. It is very, very helpful. We got some bills to pay. I just got my stupid bill. Hey, thank you, Plain. Appreciate it. Hey, Danielle, this is the internet bill. Would you, if you have time and a break, would you call them and pay it? That way they don't cut my internet off. I'm sorry about it. We'll get that taken care of, but we'll pay the internet bill. I looked on here for a website, but I was so I've got like 5 terabytes of data I'm trying to move. So that's it. So I have to have a hard drive. I need to get an exterior hard drive. So at least taking stuff off the SD cards and all that stuff. So I got on Amazon to order a, yeah, I know they're not open now. I'm meeting tomorrow. Thank you. So I got on the internet and tried to order a 4 terabyte hard drive. They're like, oh yeah, we'll get that to you May 20th, which is the last day of the challenge. So all we're dealing with is the obstructions that God lets be there. You gotta remember. My mouse disappeared. Why wouldn't it? I'm surprised there's not a scorpion under it. My mouse, there it is. My mouse arrow disappeared. See this light in my face is like the omen. We're gonna try to get that taken care of when we get the posters showing up on Tuesday. All right, so we're talking about meat, and we're talking about it kind of as a metaphor or as a sign of the times. You know, they say bread and go back during the time of Rome. The phenomena of what's going on in America is very similar to what was happening in Rome, except that it's so very irritating shortages that doesn't make sense. We don't know. How about enamel mugs for Bunker Nation? I tried to order some, Nancy, that said "Go drown in a fire," which is one of my famous quotes. They canceled my order because it was socially unacceptable. So I guess I'm just gonna have to get some with the logo and Bunker Nation on there. I'll look at those, Nancy. Thank you for that suggestion. Next thing, and it's for me. See, what I do is I want, and then I'll say, hey, it's available if somebody wants one. But I think the next one's going to be like a hoodie. They have hard drives at Costco online. I've never even been to Costco. You have to be a member. I've stepped into Costco in my whole life. I have no idea. Yeah, you're not even allowed to anymore. You're not, Nancy. You're not even allowed to make a joke. When I tell somebody to drown in a fire, it's not because I want them to drown in a fire. It's just a funny aphorism. It's a funny. It's like in the mixed metaphor. All right, Nancy, that sounds good. But do you have to be a member of Costco? That sounds like a good one. I don't know if you have to be a member of Costco to get it. Okay, well, I'm not a member of Costco. That's the problem. So I'll probably have to just wait till the 20th. But I got some more drives coming in, SD cards, the little thumb fingernail cards. All right, I'm here to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. I wanted to talk about the black. I want to talk about Danielle's car breaking down. Thank you, super chats, for that. That's very, very, very helpful. Terry, if I didn't thank you, thank you. Thank you, Plain Jen. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Terry, again. Very, very appreciative of the really, really be helpful. It's just one of those things, man. And I also want to thank my friend Frank, who ponied up for the banner. And so that's going to be helpful too. Thank you, Pete. No, Bill. I have the hardest time with your name in my head because you're always War Dog Heim. So I'm like, Pete Billerson. No, I'm just going to call you Bill. Or can I just call you War Dog Heim? Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Very, very helpful. See, the Lord's good to us. And sometimes we get challenges. Sometimes we get stung. You can almost see it right there, the little bulge right there. That's where it got me right there. All right, you guys, let's look at some stuff. There's going to be a hoodie, and it's going to be a real good quality. I hate bad quality hoodies. And so what's been happening, it's been kind of cool and cold here in the mornings, and it's real hot during the day. And so I want to get a hoodie, and I want it to say Bunker Nation on the arm. I think that'd be cool with the logo on the back or on the front or something like that. It may be expensive because you got to get printing on the arm, but the guy's looking into it. And then I'm eventually going to get a beanie. But hey, what you guys? Do you have it? Write down what it is. People do recipes and different stuff. We pretty much just. Oh no! Spring. Great. That's a stupid internet. Y'all tell me. Womp, womp. It's not. Yesterday it was giving me warning. It was actually better than it's been. It just went up to 7 uploads, so I don't know. Let me know if it's back up. Nancy says just came back and lasted about 10 seconds out again. Got an error message on a black screen. Yeah, something's going on. Let me know if it's coming back up. All right, it's back. Yeah, it's definitely a YouTube problem. It went up to, looks like we lost about 10 or 12 people. And I'm going to film the whole thing. I'm going to video the whole thing. And then if this happens, I'm just going to keep talking. I'm going to ignore it. And then if it ends up collapsing or whatever, I'll just upload that video. And then you guys can go to the internet and watch the rest of it, right? That's what we're going to do. Let me know if it's better off. Gosh, I was having a good time. We were doing really, really well. Thank you guys for those super chats. That has been a really, really cool thing. Yeah, if you have to back out and then come back in. But I think I wasn't able to do all the math, but I think looks like 75, 77, 82, 87, 97, 102. So we got $102 towards our whatever the $540 bill. So that's going to be very helpful. Thank you guys for the super chats. I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry that we're having problems with the internet. Problem. Hey, thank you guys so much for smashing the like button. Here's the thing that I really wanted to talk to y'all about. I know I put a lot of pressure on y'all, but we got 1,705 or 1,706 subscriptions. We need 2,000. It's gone out again. I'm just typing in here and talking to y'all. All right, guys. Back now, fine in Miami. Let's just see if we can get a good 5 minutes, good 10 minutes of good quality material here. Oh, people are coming back too. We got a good crowd. All right. All right. So we're talking about meat. We're talking about meat as a metaphor, or meat as a jumping off point for understanding human psychology, understanding who it is that you're dealing with. I hope you guys have learned to mark people. And by mark them, just like the scripture says, mark them who walk contrarily. Mark people. If somebody says something like, well, I know I can come to your house and take your stuff, even jokingly, you mark those people. If someone says, hey, thank you. If someone says, oh, I'm not going to worry about any of this stuff. I don't want to prepare or do any of that stuff. I just rather die. Mark them, because that person would not rather die. And they're going to be the ones that are going down and talking to your representative and the cops and everybody else trying to get you locked up so they can take your stuff. So the meat thing is it's a way to think. It's a way to think. We need meat. People say they don't, but that's because we live in an affluent first world society. They're the only ones that ever think of that. Yeah. I'm not saying that you're mean to them. I'm not saying that we do anything to them. I'm not saying that I'm just saying mark them. Mark them. There's a lot of reasons that people should be marked. And people that are going around asking for hoarding laws or asking for limits on your freedom and limits on stuff, you should just remember who they are. When people show you who they are, you should believe them. You've been marking people since you were four? All right. Oh, no, my battery's going low. All right, guys, this is it. This is it for real. My battery's going low, and I don't have a backup. I might try something. Nope, it ain't going to work. What do you think of farming grasshoppers as a meat source? I think that'd be perfectly fine. I mean, I personally don't want to eat grasshoppers, but I would in an emergency. Look up a book called The Grasshopper Trap. It's a comedy book, but it actually has plans in it for a grasshopper trap. And I think I put a grasshopper trap in either The Last Pilgrims or in Surviving Off Grid. Guys, get yourself a black t-shirt. Get a black Bunker Nation t-shirt. Here's the thing. If we can sell those shirts out, there's only 20 left. If we can sell those shirts out, then that helps people that are outside that are like wanting to be part of the Bunker Nation going, hey, something's going on over there. They sold out 2 straight t-shirts. My new neighbor is a cop. I'm thinking of giving his family seed. Good idea. They have a young child that might enjoy watching the seeds grow. I think that's a fantastic idea. Yeah, grasshoppers are probably fun. It's not part of the normal. I've eaten grasshoppers. Of course, we cooked them just totally crispy. So You got 3 black and 2 white. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I missed something. I think so. There was a pause between power on the way. Yes, I must have missed something, Bill. Oh, and my fan broke. Danielle, the fan broke. It won't work. The Ryobi fan. So I only had it up there at the cottage. This one. Wah, wah, wah. I'm gonna have to try a few things and clean it out and all that and see if maybe I can get it. This happened today. I gotta have a fan get through the summer, man. 3 t-shirts. All right, gotcha. I didn't know what you were talking about. All right, y'all. I gotta go. My battery's going dead. This has been great. Love you guys. Gonna see you soon. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell. Make sure that you go down there in the description and get yourself a black t-shirt. Thank you guys for your super chats. No, you don't have to worry for my time. I thank you for your time, for being out here and for supporting everything we're doing. And we're going to keep up it. Tomorrow, Saturday, 7 p.m. Central Time, extra camera backup. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.